My name is Victoria Selton. I am currently the Program Manager of Fleet Readiness Center Southeast at Naval Air Station Jacksonville. Let me take you back to where my career began. In the fall of junior year of high school, I enrolled in a dual enrollment program in diesel maintenance at Orange Technical College. This class brought to life my hands-on ability and passion for maintenance. I realized in the diesel industry it is very challenging to be a female considering the individual work of heavy lifting that is required for the job. My parents saw me struggling, trying to figure out what I was going to do after graduation. They came to me one day and said, "Why don't you try the aviation industry? It's a lot cleaner environment and a lot safer for someone like you." I knew this was perfect for me, so right after high school, I enrolled in an aviation academy where I received my airframe and power plant license to qualify me to work on aircraft. While in school, I noticed I fell in love with the course of sheet metal fabrication. In this class, you are taking a blank sheet of metal, forming, shaping, and bending it into aircraft parts or patches that are installed in its framework. I call it adult arts and crafts. After graduation, I picked up my first full-time job working for the federal government in a depot-level facility called Fleet Readiness Center. I was a sheet metal artisan working on Navy helicopters. Depot-level maintenance is the most in-depth level of maintenance, taking the aircraft down to just the frame structures for the repair stage. Over time performing this job, I noticed flaws in how maintenance is organized and maintained. Parts were lost in ordering, employees were unprofessional if females were present, promotions were given to people who didn't earn them, and some supervisors micromanaged their workers. There were still men in the workplace treating it as the good old boys club. This attitude was unspoken, but everyone knew it was there. To change these issues in maintenance, I needed to be the one to address these issues for myself and other women in the future. To achieve this goal, I decided to get an education for myself at Valencia College, where I received my associate's degree in aviation maintenance administration. After graduation, I continued my education at Embry-Riddle, where I received a bachelor's degree in aviation business administration. Although I could remember my first class in Valencia was a new student experience course. Before knowing about that class, I thought it was just going to teach me where the library was, but I was completely wrong. We had an assignment was to take a Clifton Strengths test to discover more about our interests, strengths, and values. I learned a lot about myself, more than I knew before. My career purpose is to use my desire for innovation and technology to develop new ideas for aircraft maintenance through my strict discipline, strategic problem solving for a smoother, organized system. My personal goal is to encourage more women to be more forthcoming and bring to the surface the issues of the industry and be the change makers for future women in aviation. In this class, I also remembered we had an assignment that changed my career path for life, and it was the career interview. The interview was to find someone in a position where I could potentially see myself in the future. I spoke with Bobby Heim, a very successful friend of mine in my industry, who told me what I needed to do to become a program manager and how I needed to get there. After this assignment from school, I realized I needed a female mentor that could guide me to where I wanted to be in the future. She instructed me to ask questions to other people in different positions in the industry. This provides insight into what skills and qualifications employers are looking for during an interview. From sheet metal, I was promoted to an engine examiner, where I learned all of the parts of a specific aircraft. They inspect and write up every part that needs to be worked on during the maintenance stage. From an engine examiner, I moved to a planner and estimator, and this job taught me the importance of maintenance scheduling. A few years later, a position became available for a program manager. I went for it. I knew I was still a little young for this position, but I figured the worst that can happen is that they say no thank you. Well, sure enough, I got it. Being the program manager of FRC involves ensuring and maintaining a high quality of standards. They are also responsible for keeping track of manpower hours to ensure the flow of maintenance is running smoothly and due dates are being met. My background of having a bachelor's degree and experience on the maintenance floor gave me the upper hand over other candidates for this position. Over the years, I've honed my leadership skills, strategic thinking, and industry knowledge to become an expert in the field of aviation maintenance. It was during my career development course that I discovered my passion and talent for aviation maintenance. It is this passion that propels me to where I am today, paving a path for myself and other women in the future industry. And this is my final story.